today we're making the world's easiest brownie. So the whole point of this is to make it as low calorie as possible. And I'm seeing a lot of recipes out there where they think that maple syrup and honey, for some reason, is this magical sweetener that will not make you fat. So this is my recipe here. It's low calorie and for maximum taste. So it's not as good as like a brownie made with butter and all that oil and good stuff. Okay, so there's not much fat in this, but it is awesome. And another thing to point out here, you can use any flour you want. You can use oat flour, coconut flour, real flour. They all actually more or less have the same amount of calories. So this is my coconut flour here, which is delicious, but the amount of calories in it is actually a little bit higher than my flour. So I'm gonna make my brownie today with regular flour. Okay, so we're starting out 2 tablespoons. So this is a microwave brownie. So 1, 2. Okay. And we got applesauce. Give this a quick rinse. So applesauce, here's 1, and here's 2. So the applesauce is kind of like an egg replacement, so less calories obviously. And we got 2 tablespoons of milk. So I've got 2% on hand here. Feel free to use 0% or whatever you like. It won't make a huge difference here. So you're not adding a huge amount of fat if it's 2% milk. Okay. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of sweetener. So I'm using a monk fruit erythritol blend here. And you're always going to want erythritol when you're making anything with artificial sweeteners. In my opinion, get something with erythritol in it, or else you're going to have some funky aftertastes, especially when you're dealing with chocolate. With chocolate, so we're going to do 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. So the beauty with cocoa powder is that they basically strip away all the fat that's in chocolate, and you're left with the cocoa goodness. So you can really make things that taste pretty decent with it without adding a lot of fat. Of course, don't get me wrong, I enjoy my chocolate bars made with as much fat as possible, but everything in moderation, and you can eat more of this. Alright, so we're going to give this a quick little mix here. Give this a quick little mix. And then depending on your microwave settings, all over the place, depending on your microwave settings, you may need 2 minutes, you may need 3 minutes, and also the size of the mug or the bowl or whatever you're going to use, that's going to affect it as well. If you're going to make a really thin layer, it's not going to take as long, and you're probably going to overcook it in the microwave. Whereas with this is pretty good. And obviously, like anything you're going to cook, it's probably better to start off with your dry ingredients and then mix it, and then put in your wet ingredients and then mix it. I didn't do that here just because I don't really care right now, but it is probably better for you to do that. Alright, so that's pretty much done. Forgot to add the salt, so I'm going to add just a tiny bit of salt, and to give it a kick, a little bit of alcohol here. Why not? It's locked down, right? So we got that. Don't put too much of that, it's going to be pretty watery if you do. Alright, so we're just going to add a bit of salt, and then microwave this guy. Alright, here it is. This has been in the microwave for about 2 minutes. So Give that a taste. Mmm. So yeah, it is a little bit on the chewier side, but still pretty good for the amount of calories that are in it. Pretty good. So if you're in the mood for chocolate, go ahead and try this out. You won't be disappointed, but you also won't be as amazed as if it had, you know, 10 times as many calories as it does. So don't expect it to be as good as a high-fat brownie. Okay, this is something that you can eat, you know, more often than your regular high-fat desserts, right? Because it's not super high in calories, so it's not going to make you overweight or as overweight. Alright, so I'll catch you guys in the next video.